Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to do a formal response to this comment right here. Because when I read this comment, it made me realize like there's a lot of people that have uncertainty about a lot of different things. There's a lot of people that don't believe in themselves to do certain things, or they just don't think that they can get to the places that they want to get to. So this is not necessarily just a credit video, but this is more of a mindset, more of a motivational type of video. I want to have a lot of diversity within the channel, so I want to have videos like this. So if you guys do have more questions or comments about how I'm able to do this, how I was able to leave school, yada yada yada, then just go ahead and drop them in the comment section and I'll respond accordingly, either in the comments or I'll do a video like this if it's a question that I think the masses need to hear the answer to. So by this point, if you don't already know me, my name is Tommy Wright, aka CEO.T Wright, and I specialize in using credit to help me and help my clients level up. So I use credit to go and get money to start businesses. I use credit to go help other people start businesses. I just use credit to help me level up, pretty much. And on the channel, I teach you how to have good credit, how to keep good credit, and how you can use credit to then make businesses, get business credit, etc., etc. So I deal with a lot of debt. Now, there's people out on the internet that will tell you debt is bad, and I agree. For some people, debt is bad because they don't know how to handle debt, and they don't know how to use debt to make their current situation better. Because you can't say debt is bad when, 10, not even 9 times out of 10, it's like 9.8 times out of 10, you're not buying a house straight cash. You're using a loan, which is considered debt. But I guess, debt's not bad if you do it that way. So instead of using debt for personal reasons, you should use debt for business ventures or something that will make you money. So I use loans, I use credit cards, I use business lines of credit. I use all of those things to help put money back into my pocket. So I don't use debt as just me going to go buy shoes and me going to go buy clothes I don't need, or me buying cars and all this type of stuff. I use debt for constructive purposes, for paying myself and getting money back into my bank account. But it can be very daunting and very scary for somebody that's not used to dealing with debt the first time around. And when I saw that comment, I was like, okay, that's a genuine question, because I also had that fear. So if you don't know what I did as soon as I left college, I'll leave a link down in the description to how I was able to create a business out of thin air when I left school. But basically, in a short form, it required me to get into some debt. And the debt that it required me to get into was credit card debt. But luckily, it was on the business side and not the personal side. So if you don't understand the difference between personal and business credit, again, I'm gonna leave another video down in the description so you can check that out, which kind of explains the difference. But just for the sake of this video, the business credit does not report to my personal credit. So I was able to max out a credit card to then go and buy a car, and I had it renting out to Uber and Lyft drivers, and they were paying me weekly what I had that rate as for that week. But it cost me about $10,000. Now, somebody that's not used to having as much as $10,000 just in one sitting, especially that is not theirs, it can be very, very scary when you're trying to go create a business, or you're trying to flip the money or use the money to create some new additional stream of income. Now, some of the things that I pride myself on is I am very, very, very good with studying new things. So things I do not understand, I'm on YouTube University. I'm on podcasts. I'm on, mentorships. I pay for my education because I know the best education is the ones that you pay for. Now, free stuff is good if you have to go the free route. But back then, I was in mentorships. Like I said, I was watching podcasts. I was on YouTube. I was surrounding myself with people that already have done what I wanted to do. So when I went to go, liquidate the credit card to go get the car to rent it out, I wasn't fully set, but I was pretty much set because of how much time I put in learning how to do this, make sure I'm good here. So by doing this, the risk of me failing and losing all of this money drastically decreases every single time I learn something new. So if I know absolutely nothing about real estate and I go buy an apartment complex, the risk that I am taking by doing that and not knowing anything about real estate is astronomical. But if I were a mentee of somebody that owns a whole bunch of apartment buildings, and I was a part of a Discord that talks about real estate, and I've read all these real estate books, and I watched all this real estate YouTube, guess what? The risk of that initial investment is starting to decrease because I have some knowledge about what I'm doing. So I don't just go and get a whole bunch of money, get loans, credit cards, and all of this type of stuff, and not know what I'm gonna do with it or what I am doing with it. So everything I do is very strategic and it's thought out. But more importantly, I go into a deep dive of like an information search before I do it, because I want to make that risk as small as possible. So to answer that comment, so the more that you learn, the more confident that you will feel in the decisions that you make with the money that you get. Right. So if I go and get $10,000 and I say, hey, I'm going to take this $10,000, I'm going to go buy a truck. I go and buy that truck. I know for sure that that truck on average should make me about $80,000 to $90,000 in profit each year. $10,000 for a pretty sure or pretty guaranteed $80,000, $90,000, that's a no-brainer. But I wouldn't know that, and I would not know the ins and outs if I didn't go and research on it. But if I go and research, I put in the hours, I put in the time to really understand the space that I'm trying to get into, the risk of that money or me losing that money drops significantly. You gotta pay to play. So if you really want to level up your life, you're gonna have to take some risk. Now, the length of the risk is strongly dependent on you, how well you prepare for the money that you're about to get, or how well you prepare for the investment you're about to make. So your risk tolerance, if it's very, very low, well, you need to learn a whole lot. If your risk tolerance is very, very high, well, you don't need to learn that much, but I recommend you go learn, but you won't have to. So if you're somebody that's like very risk avert, then you just need to learn more so it's not as risky for you to make this decision. In the end, make the decision because it can make your life better. So I do all of these things with all these different loans and credit and lines of credit because I want my life to be better. I want to have more money come into my bank account. I want more passive income. I want things that just pay me because I set them up, not because I work for it. So I have no problem doing my research. I have no problem going to go buy a mentorship, going to go get a mentor, to go learn about the specific industry so I can come in and I can dominate. But you have to learn these things. I have a lot of confidence, as I'm sure you can see, but the confidence comes from the things that I've learned and the things that I know. So if you're somebody that's lacking that type of confidence, what you need to do is go learn more. Go surround yourself with people that have what you want. Then it'll just start to build. I promise you. You'll look up one day and you'll be one of the most confident people that are around. Your mom will look at you like, yo, who are you now? You'll be a whole different person. So I recommend you to go and learn before you try to make any investments, and that's how you'll start to gain more confidence. So I hope I responded to this comment in the best possible way. I just want to show you guys like how I'm able to go and do things with different debts and different loans. I'm taking on all this responsibility, but I want you to know that it's all definitely calculated. It's calculated risk every single time. But the more you learn, the less risky it is. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping every single week. And like I said, if you put a comment in the comment section that I feel like the world needs to know, I feel like the community needs to know inside of my YouTube channel, then I'll answer it with a whole different video explaining the answer or my response to that comment. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to especially comment so I can make a video about whatever you want to know. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Cool.
It's like some reverse. What's this called? It's like some reverse much gonna have the king